It's essential you know how this mechanic works in order to do this uneasy alliance technique, so please don't skip this part. If I go through the nether, you can see that I've set up some numbers with command blocks next to them. If I turn on chunk borders, you can see that they each represent chunks surrounding the nether portal. If I turn on chat, you can see that they constantly display their corresponding number. And so, of course, whenever I go through the nether portal, they stay loaded for a second and then go away. But the time they stay loaded is short and inconsistent. However, if I go to the overworld from the nether, and then back into the nether, and finally back into the overworld, you can see that they stay loaded for much longer. This is because when you send an entity through a nether portal, the chunks around it stay loaded for 15 seconds, and you, after all, are an entity. This is what you will be doing in this technique using TNT, but it's important that the other side stays loaded, or else your TNT will lose some of the data on who lit it, and you won't get proper credit for the advancement. Speaking of that, the reason this also works is because the game only checks if the player is in the overworld and kills a gas, and does not check the dimension the gas is in. Okay, so to do this technique, dubbed Reverse Uneasy Alliance, you first need to find a ghast. After I find my target, I turn on chunk borders to help me know how far away I need to be to unload this ghast, and I lower my render distance so it can be unloaded. I also kill this other ghast so it won't cause me any trouble while I'm doing this. It's important to damage the ghast with either a sword if yours doesn't one-shot the ghast, or a weak bow shot also works. After I damage it, I hook it with the fishing rod and then it wanders out of loaded chunks. Here I pull on the fishing rod to know where it will land whenever I load these chunks by increasing my render distance. But after doing this, the momentum is then stored in the ghast and it will now move whenever it is loaded, regardless if I am holding the fishing rod or not. I'm just building another portal here like normal, and I will place in TNT down where the ghast will be. You can build up and place the TNT on a tower if you need to. Here, you need to go through the portal and back into the nether like discussed earlier, and because the time frame is a bit short, it is necessary to set up the TNT ahead of time. Now that I'm back into the nether, I need to step into the portal, wait a moment, light the TNT, and right before I go through, I increase my render distance to load the ghast, and when I end up in the overworld, the nether stays loaded and I get the advancement. Before I end, I would like to thank the All Advancements community as a whole for this discovery, specifically Oliver and Realm, who initially worked on this idea with me. Realm also made a follow-up video on it later with updated mechanics, which were pointed out by Vasher and Exersolver, along with Supermanor, who I believe invented Predictive Rodding, which they said was inspired by T-Wag's recent Uneasy Alliance design. All of their links are in the description. Thank you for watching.